When I was young, I figured if I became the stars, then maybe they wouldn't seem as far, and maybe I wouldn't dream as hard. Wanna stop, but all I hear is that applause. See, I'm addicted to the energy it causes. I wanna relive it every minute. That star don't know I'ma shine despite all of my hardships. I consider them lessons instead of loss.
What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here at The Distance. Got a video for you guys. This is a prediction for the upcoming bout between Matt Skelton and Tom Dallas. The bout takes place on March the 3rd. It's going to be 8 rounds in the UK. So pretty much what you have here is you have two domestic UK heavyweights. One fighter being Matt Skelton, who's been out the ring for about a year and a half now. And Tom Dallas has been out the ring since September after his loss against David Price. So pretty much Tom Dallas is coming off his first loss, but now he's facing a fighter with a lot of experience, and I believe it was at one time a British Commonwealth champion. But overall, now that he's bouncing off of his first loss, even though on the other side Skelton used to be a Commonwealth champion, he's 45 years old. He's been out of the ring for almost a couple years, and just overall, he's gonna have to get back into his rhythm with this fight. So, pretty much, what do I think about this fight? Tom Dallas is a strong fighter. He's a strong heavyweight. He's a strong puncher. That's pretty much what describes him. He's a puncher. He's been in 16 fights. The majority of his opponents that he's faced has had more losses than wins. He's facing guys with like 2-11, 2-30 records, and then when he faced, David Price, I think he faced David Price like at the last minute because John McDermott pulled out of the fight, so Tom Dallas stepped in. But overall, in that fight, you could tell a lot of his deficiencies. He had trouble defending himself from the jab. You can set him up, and also you can catch him easily at the end of your shots, especially if you have a good jab. You can pivot and move out of the way easily with him. You can, all you have to do is keep him at the end of the shot. That's just what it looked like. Either that or David Price is just that damn good. But Tom Dallas, just overall, looking at him, he's slow, but he's strong. He makes up for it in power. He can push opponents around the ring. He will, he'll kind of bully you a little bit. He'll go to the body when he has to. He'll go up top when he has to. He'll mix it up. He'll mix it up in the ring. But, he'll mix up his punches, not mix up anything else. He'll stand in front of you and he'll throw punches, and he's looking for, the knockout blow. He's looking to get the knockout. He's looking to work. So, in this particular fight, I think that being that Skelton had been out of the ring for 2 years, almost 2 years, Tom Dallas is going to have to take this fight to him. Because when you've been out of the ring for a long time, you're going to have to get used to the reality of being back in the ring. And I'm not sure what kind of sparring Skelton is doing. I don't know if he's doing the Sugar Ray Leonard approach of sparring, and doing that like real fights. But just overall, I think he needs to go in. He needs to take it to Skelton. Overall, first off, he does need to go to Skelton's body. Because, of course, this is a 45-year-old man. And also he's a heavyweight. He's a 45-year-old heavyweight. More than likely he's going to come in 240, 250. And also every time I've seen Skelton, in the last couple of years against Pulov, against the last fight against Sprott, and the other fight I've seen him in Prize Fighter, which was the last, thing he'd been in. He just looks soft around the belly. So I think that Tom Dallas needs to just go in and just take it to him. Just go to the body. I think he needs to go in with a body attack, which will pay dividends possibly in the later rounds if it goes there. Because the later rounds is kind of deep, is a deep territory for Tom Dallas. Because, in his career, he's fought for about 3, almost 4 years now. And being in that time frame, Tom Dallas has only fought 42 rounds. He's fought 42 rounds, and he's got knocked. And a lot of these fights are 4-round, 6-round fights, or he's knocking out guys very early. So he wants to make this a short night too. He wants to go in. He wants to take this fight to Skelton. go to the body. I think that's going to be the main, cut off the ring and go to the body. I'm not too sure what the size of the ring is going to be. Most of the UK fights I've seen, Tom Dallas and Matt Skelton in, I've seen like very small rings, under 20 feet, probably about, I want to say 16, 17 feet. These are, very small rings to where you're always, and this works in favor for that bully style, that bully power style that Tom Dallas possesses, because, he's always going to be there. He's always going to be in front of you, and he can always throw and he can always, get his punches in. So this overall, I just think a body attack is going to work for him. A body attack, and if he sees shots up top, he needs to stay close to him. Also, he needs to stay close to him and put his punches together on the inside, make it an inside fight. And I think he could very well win. On the other side, you got Matt Skelton. Matt Skelton in this fight has to try to keep Dallas at the end of his jab. Similar to what David Price did. Keep him at the end of the jab and move. Pivot, pivot the body. And, and look to land from other directions. Kind of change up the direction a little bit. Change up your angles. Change up the rhythm. Look to land the right hand from time to time. Look to land the uppercut from time to time. Especially when and he continuously turn Dallas. Make him continuously turn and just throw the jab right hand. On the outside. And just pretty much just keep it a simple boxing match. Don't fight with him. Just stand on the outside, jab, land the right hand, and pivot. Pivot, very quickly. Look to do it again. Look for those openings on the outside. Look to make Dallas kind of walk towards you, and as he's walking towards you, put that jab out there, hit him with the right. And I think, and the thing with David Price is a strong fighter. He has a very strong, stiff jab. And I'm not too sure if Skelton has that strong, stiff jab. But the thing is, a lot of opponents that Dallas has faced have never really tried to use jabs on him. They kind of just stood there and they looked to fight with him, or he's just right in their face, So they couldn't use the jab to keep him off. And I think Skelton has experience to stay on the outside and knows what he needs to do on the outside to get that jab in and get the right hand in, and look to try to take this fight in the deep territory, because Dallas has not been in deep territory just yet. I think the longest he's been is 6 rounds. And this is an 8-round fight, so maybe he needs to look to do kind of that Rubio versus Lemieux thing. Let Dallas go in and punch for a couple rounds, and then if he could take the punches and then come right in. And let him punch himself out, come right in, and just go for the knockout. It's that I think he could possibly do that as well. Who knows? But overall, I'm gonna go with Youth in this fight. As much as I would like to pick Skelton, I think that the fact that he's been out the ring for a while, he's gonna be a little bit rusty. I think he will make this a tough fight if the longer it goes. I think he can make this a tough fight, but I just think that Tom Dallas can come in and just put the pressure on him. I think it's going to be a small ring and just outwork him. I think he's just going to go in and he's going to punch with him and take this fight on probably I want to say he stops him in 7 rounds. So I'm going to go with Tom Dallas by knockout in 7 rounds. But this, like I said, this is a fight that could go either way. Skelton's experience versus Dallas Youth. Skelton could possibly just come in, turn away from the punches, not get that much of an effect, and look to outpoint him. But like I said, I'm going to go with Dallas, 7th round TKO. So anyway, peeps, I'm out of here. That was Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.
I killed it with the